fly. Our experiment was inspired by the movie Up, and the purpose of it is to find out how many balloons are needed to lift up a bearded dragon to find the relationship between the number of balloons and weight. Our hypothesis is that it will take 50 balloons for a bearded dragon to be lifted up. In our physics textbook by Cutnell and Johnson, it says that the weight of an object on or above Earth is the gravitational force that the Earth exerts on an object, and it always acts downward toward the center of the Earth. In our experiment, we multiply the masses that we recorded by the gravitational constant, which is 9.8 meters per second squared, in order to calculate the weights. Our independent variable that we control is the amount of balloons we add to lift up the basket and the bearded dragon in it, while the dependent variable is the weight. Weight versus mass. Mass is the amount of matter of an object, and it is constant in every place, and the unit of it is in kilograms, while the weight is force of gravity exerted on a mass, and it changes depending on the place. The unit of it is in newtons. This experiment reestablishes the basic curiosities of our flying and floating limitations. Although our goal was not to fly ourselves, we demonstrate how others might have gone about testing initial flying theories that have led humanity into reaching flying and floating technologies that have surpassed what many scientists, physicists, and engineers from the past may have once thought was impossible.
Hi, my name is Maya Calderon. Thank you so much, Paola, for giving that awesome introduction. Today I'm here to demonstrate to you how this experiment actually works with our very own dragon. So first you need a bearded dragon, some scissors, a ruler, some string, a lightweight basket, kind of like this, some latex balloons, and this really big helium tank. So first things first, and this is actually what takes a long time, is blowing up the balloons using the helium tank. So you have here your helium tank, and usually on the directions it says twist about twice all the way around. I think I did that 3 times, but it doesn't really matter. And then you want to place your balloon on the nozzle. Once it's kind of tightly secure on there, you just want to press down on the nozzle and just wait. So now that you have your balloon that's blown up, you want to attach it to the string. It honestly doesn't matter the size of your string as long as it's not too close to the basket, because once you put in your bearded dragon, you don't want your bearded dragon to get tangled within the strings. So here we are tying our balloon. Make sure it's just tightly secured because you don't want the string to fall off the balloon. Your balloon just being on the ceiling, it'll be hard to get later. So once you have your balloons all tied up, you just want to place the balloon on the corner here of the basket, and then continuously tie your balloon to each corner here that you have in order to distribute the weight evenly of the basket, so when the basket starts lifting, it doesn't tilt to the side, forward, especially when your bearded dragon is in the basket. You don't want your bearded dragon to fall out. So once you have your balloons, you're gonna have to tie them just like this as explained earlier. So at 28 balloons, this is what your basket should start looking like. It shouldn't lift all the way from the floor, but you should kind of start see it sliding. Kind of like this, but not completely lifted off the floor. Now at 52 balloons, your whole basket should actually just lift off the floor. Like so that was based on observations. At 28 balloons, it started sliding across the floor, and at 52 balloons, it actually went up to the sky. So at 52 balloons, you should notice that your basket has lifted up 2 feet and a couple inches off the floor. This is a good time when you should test out your dragon. So you kind of want to place him in the basket with his tail going out of one of the holes, making sure he's as comfortable as ever. And obviously he's not, which is why he's leaving, but I do have pictures to demonstrate how this actually looks. So let's try this again. Obviously you don't want an uncomfortable animal as to not harm him, but this is kind of how it would look. in the actual experiment, this did not lift up. It actually stayed on the floor. So unfortunately, with the 52 balloons, it still was not enough to lift up our bearded dragon. So this dragon did not actually fly. So we had to refute our hypothesis. However, we tried to calculate how many balloons it would actually take to lift up our bearded dragon and basket. And it would take 141 balloons to lift him up about a couple inches off the floor. So next, I'm gonna show you guys how Pen Pen actually looked in the basket with the 52 balloons tied to the basket as well.